Let's get the day started with low cold start. We're at Wayne's house again. Got all the goodies. We are back here at Wayne Build's place, where if you guys have seen my past videos, you will know exactly where I am. This is where we started up Miley 2.0 with the GT500. I just want to go ahead and show you guys a little bit more about what he's going on. He has a Coyote that's going to be going into his notchback, 1993 I believe. Beautiful, beautiful. He's getting it completely painted. I'll go ahead and show you guys more updates on that to come. He has the 7.9 liter LS motor, making 800 horsepower to the crank, naturally aspirated, which is unheard of. This one is going to be such a good one. It's going in his red M3 that you guys have seen, so LS swap M3 is coming very, very shortly. We have another 5.8 GT500. He is a specialist when it comes to the GT500s, and yeah, he has another one going on, building it for another customer. So he has this going on, and then he has a Gen 3 Coyote right here that he's finishing up as well, all MMR. Pretty much this needs to be sealed up and is already done. So crazy to see what he has: the Gen 3, the 5.8 Trinity, big block LS, and then a Coyote. So very, very cool builds. We are going to go ahead and pull up Miley. Oh, he also has the Cobra. I've showed you guys that, the truck, as well as the Chevelle. Very, very sick lineup. So I'm gonna pull in Miley right here, and we will start the lowering process. All right, taking a look at the car. As you guys see, the rear end is a lot higher than the front end. Only about 3 fingers in the front, and then it's a full 4 fingers in the rear. So definitely gonna lower the rear here. Just want to show you guys a little before and a little after once when we install the springs. So time to get her low. All right guys, and here are the BMR Performance Springs for the 2014 Shelby GT500. Huge shout out to BMR for hooking it up with these performance springs. What this is gonna go ahead and do here for Miley is actually drop her 1.5 inches all around. It's not gonna have that drag setup because my car is a street car, and I think that this is the best overall spring performance kit that you could get. It's gonna give that awesome lowered American muscle stance, and I think it's gonna fit perfectly. It's gonna get rid of that huge gap that I have in the rear. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, is this humongous big old gap. And as you guys could see, it is kind of bottoming out there. As you guys could see, my tire treads are all over here. So I don't want to go too low, didn't want to slam it, especially for the performance, and these springs are going to do exactly what I wanted to go ahead and do. So if you guys want a hookup on the BMR, please use my discount code down below. I'll put it on the screen as well as down in the description. It'll give you guys an awesome discount on any BMR products that you want in your ride. All of the best, fastest, all have BMR equipped. It's one of the best suspension that you could get. I've always rocked BMR. Even on my old 3 valve, I had the lower control arms, rear upper control arms, springs, and everything all around. And they just look so sick. Look how sleek and red they are. They look very pretty underneath the car, inside and out. So definitely highly recommend these springs. Performance is really good. It's gonna improve handling and so much more. It's not just for looks, it's also for performance. And I want nothing but the best for my Shelby GT500. Looking underneath the the car, it should be a pretty easy process to get these springs out in the rear. So basically we got to take off the sway bar, the panhard bar, lower control arms, wheels, and then pretty much take these springs out. Should be a very simple process to take out the rear. Rears are usually pretty easy. The fronts, we're going to need a spring compressor and pretty much a lot more to do. So we'll see exactly how it goes. Just want to show you guys a little underneath of the engine bay. You don't really get to see this, but we got the Pypes electric cutouts. Shout out Pypes. This is what makes my car so mean and aggressive on demand whenever I want to, and quiet. Well, not so quiet, but less loud than how it is with them open. But let's go ahead and get to work. Let's get these springs out and equip the BMR. Is the spring stuck? Oh, well, there it is. There goes the first spring. Now we're gonna do the left one. I wanna see how nice it looks. Let me see the comparison actually. So these actually got to kind of be broken in to see the true depth. So when I install them, put it down and then we'll see the true height. But yeah, these are the stock compared to the BMR lower, which kind of contradicts itself when it's outside. But when we break it in, you'll definitely see the difference. Oh, those look pretty. Those look really, really nice in there. I love the color underneath the red. Very smooth. Passenger side's coming out right now. Fits in like a glove. You do this in your backyard. You don't really need to take a mechanic. You just gotta disconnect the panhard bar, the sway bar, as well as the shocks, which is basically 15 millimeters, 18 millimeters, and then have something to support the rear end like a jack stand. But yeah, for this, a lift makes so much easier. And now this was like a 10-minute install. Very, very easy, just putting the rear end back up, and we'll see exactly how they perform. So there, once again, a better angle here all around. Looks very smooth. Got the BMR right here too. Pretty sure we'll be able to see them too when the wheels are on. You'll see a little bit of red, hopefully. We'll see that. And basically got to put the panhard bar, sway bar, lower control arm, and we put the shocks in already. And we're good to go. If you guys are interested in stock springs, 50 bucks for all four. Instagram be right here, DM me. All right, now it's time for the front to be lowered here. We have the rear, which is the perfect fitment that I want. I do want the space here, which is the perfect amount of space that I really wanted, because when I do go at higher speeds, this does bottom out, and I don't want to go any lower than this. And so for higher horsepower cars, you don't really want it to be slammed. You want it to have that perfect gap, and I think we achieve that with these springs. Now for the front, we're also going to have the same thing. It does bottom out, but hopefully it doesn't go too low. I think these springs do get stiffer, so they will handle the ride a lot better too. So we are going to drop this right now. I am basically going to take off the wheels. I'm also going to take off the tower brace and basically go underneath and take the springs out. This strut is ready to come out pretty easy. We got an 18 mil here, 18 mil here, 18 mil here, and then a 10 mil behind here, and just disconnect these little brake lines and sensors, and basically 4 bolts up there, and then take it out. And so we're doing the driver's side now. Gonna be almost done. Take it out. I'll show you guys when we compress the screen and then switch it out with BMR. One thing that you will need is a spring compressor. You could basically rent this out anywhere, AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Pep Boys, your local auto parts store, to compress the spring so that we could take it out without having it to like shoot out. It's for safety measures. There are multiple ways, but we're doing it the right way here. All right, spring is compressed. Now we can safely remove it. All right, we got the BMR right in there. Now we're gonna lower it to see what kind of stance it brings, but it wasn't too hard. Pretty quick process. Just make sure you gotta compress these springs and you'll be good to go. But now we're gonna put the wheels on and drop her. Time to see the moment of truth right now. It's all higher than imagine. Oh, that's low, dude. That fitment though. Way better, yeah. That's really, really nice. Hopefully it doesn't, oh, there you go. Break it in. Not too bad. All right, we finally finished. I just want to go ahead and show you guys the lineup. I really want to go ahead and do another shop, the horsepower house, as we've pretty much had previously. We don't have any more, but I'm gonna show you guys the full lineup that Wayne has. It's a sick lineup. This is another Shelby 1000. This one actually makes 1200 horsepower. It is the wide body as well, built by MPR, Mustang Manny. Shout out to him. And yeah, so this is going to be the first one that Wayne is working on, doing a refresh on the motor itself. Actually going to convert this 5.8 into a 2025 GT500. It's going to be amazing. And then walking here, we have his beautiful BMW M3. He is putting the LS 800 naturally aspirated LS motor into this guy. It's going to be so wicked. I can't, this is going to be a sick build. I can't wait for this to finish, but this one overall is just so clean. It is miraculous, honestly, everything around it. He's going to do a lot of things with this one. And then we have my Shelby GT500, which we just finished right now, lowering it. As you guys can see, the springs are still settling in. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit more, but I'm gonna give you guys a little back shot. Actually, it just sits so much more flush. It is nice. Then we got the Chevelle right here, which is also another beauty, the Cobra, and then we have his truck over there. So I am gonna do another video very shortly discussing the future plans of what I have here in store, so make sure you subscribe down below because it's going to be a pretty fun video. But along with all the rides, we have the Coyote, the LS I was talking about, the refreshed 5.8, and then the Gen 3 5.0, and that is just some of it. A lot more to come. If you guys want the hookup here in San Diego, Wayne built, I highly recommend them. You guys already seen the results, you guys see the builds going on, and if you guys want any type of builds, I'll put his @ right here on Instagram. Hit him up, DM him, tell him whatever you want, any engine. He specializes in engine building. You can build whatever engine you want, so hit up the boy and he'll go ahead and assist you on that. But dude, everything around here, pretty sick builds. I love it all around. And we finished with this. I'm gonna go talk with him some more and we'll see the results. 2 days driving on these springs, and I think I finally had them settle in. So now we could give you the true height of the BMR Performance Springs. To be honest, I think it is the most perfect fitment up front here. It does just completely fill in that tire well. My tread well on these, the side length is 30, so this is perfect, especially for driving daily. That, I mean, BMR just got it spot on. They did very, very excellent. The drive as well is a lot stiffer. I'm not gonna go around driving and trying to tell you exactly how it feels. All it does is just feel very, very stiff, as lowering springs should feel a lot stiffer. I haven't done any hard pulls because I'm still in the breaking in session, but these springs are very, very nice. They look great, they perform great so far, and I'll keep you guys updated. Make sure you subscribe and like down below to keep updated with these springs, because these are probably the highest demand, most popular springs out in the market, and BMR just got it spot on. Let's go ahead and move to the back, and this is where I'm really satisfied with these springs, is how much room it left in the rear, because for Mustangs in particular, Mustangs squat, especially if you have just a normal stock 5.0 or just plan on modding your car is going to squat, and I think this is the perfect fitment for the rear. It does have the 2 fingers. Previously it was 4 fingers, so it's all the way up there. Now it's down to the 2 fingers, which I think is the most perfect fitment. So that is basically the front and the rear. I just want to do a little walk around before we sign off for today. So happy we finally got the stance we were looking for on the Shelby GT500. I'm so happy. Shout out to BMR once again. Make sure you use my code down below to see more BMR. Stay tuned for some more, because we do got the lower control arms, which is a difference maker, probably my favorite mod from BMR besides the spring. The rear lower control arms and the rear upper control arms is a game changer, so stay tuned for that. I can't wait to get the full suspension from BMR, and then also maybe in the future we may get the tubular K-member, but that's, I'm not sure on that. But let's see if we could see them through the wheel. Well, cannot see them, which is okay. Once when you lift up the car, you'll be able to see that red suspension and just look at it. But yeah, that's basically everything we have here today, ladies and gents. I hope you enjoyed the video. BMR, shout out to BMR, thank you so much. And again, if you guys want the best suspension, look nonetheless than BMR suspension. They have it all. They have all the goods. Their performance is amazing. The looks is astonishing. And I will always rock BMR on all my cars. And I think you should too, because you will not regret if you equip BMR suspension on your car. So thank you guys for staying tuned. We have ceramic coming next. We're gonna be ceramic coating my Vvivid Vynal Nardo Gray wrap on the Shelby GT500. It's gonna be a very, very cool one. You're gonna wanna stay tuned. Ceramic is also a very, very important mod that you should do to your car. Best investment for your paint. So subscribe down below, give it a big thumbs up, and stay tuned for the ceramic coming up next, as well as some races and car meets and everything else. More mods to come for the Shelby GT500 and a possible teaser for a new project car coming up next. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. See ya.